Wow, the last video did well. Really well. Really good. Surely I'm done covering Trackmster Knockoffs forever. I wonder if they're gonna make Arthur. Trackmster Knockoffs. They're great and awful, but sometimes I wondered, will there ever be a new character made in the knockoff range? The last new character we got was Splatter, which was a surprise because he was never released by, well, Fisher-Price. So today, I'm going through the list of characters that have a possibility of being made in the knockoff range. Well, possibility, but some characters that won't make it to the knockoff range. Now, I'm just doing this for fun. This is not confirmation. This is not real. I'm just, just hoping for the best that we get one of these characters. Who knows? Maybe we might get Oliver. Probably not, but who knows? The world is crazy. I mean, we got Splatter, which was never released by Fisher-Price, which is really cool. So yeah. Also, I'm not going to be talking about characters that has been unconfirmed or, kind of been sold by these factories. Like the characters I mentioned last video, at the end of the video of the last video. Duck, Rusty, Muddy, Ferdinand, Belle, Flynn, Dart, Scruff, Stafford, Connor, Caitlin, and Porter. As much as these, kind of been sold by the same people who make these knockoffs, I'm just going to chalk them up as factory leftovers. So yeah, I'm just going to be talking about characters that hasn't been confirmed to be knocked off. So without further ado, let's begin. Oliver. Very unlikely. Well, there's multiple reasons why it's very unlikely. The likelihood of Oliver being knocked off is almost impossible. Because number one, he wasn't sold in North America. And two, he wasn't made by Fisher-Price. So the only way that Oliver will ever appear to be knocked off, or ever again, would be by Playrail. If some factory in China, not even China, it's Thailand. The factory in Thailand be like, hey, you know what? We can make a lot of money with this. But this Trackmster knockoff possibility? No. Very unlikely. So yeah, no Oliver. Lady. So Lady was never made by Fisher-Price. But there could be a chance. But it would have happened by now if she was revamped by Fisher-Price, but never released like, Splatter. That never appeared in the Fisher-Price official Fisher-Price range. Now, if she was revamped by Fisher-Price, but never released like Splatter, could happen. But, again, I don't think it will happen. The only reason why Splatter exists, is because he has the Class 08 mold. Of course they're going to make Splatter. Why wouldn't they? Or at least try to make Splatter. That ain't gonna happen. So, yeah, very unlikely. Boko. Now, this will be cool, but it's probably not going to happen, because why would Fisher-Price do a flat mode redesign of a character that has last been seen in Season 5? But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe he might be here. Maybe Daisy. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Billy. Now, Billy could have been made by Fisher-Price. Well, in the, background, maybe they had a prototype or something. Or, just the same model. But since he didn't came out and, was replaced by Charlie, it's very unlikely to just want to make a new character and just sell it. Or just have it just irrelevant character series on a shelf. But who knows? Maybe a Billy might appear out of nowhere. And it just looks exactly like Charlie. It's just, it could happen. Because, Charlie and Billy are the same engine. Well, kind of based on the same engine. Look similar. If you really want a Billy so bad, just buy a Charlie and just turn it orange and give it a buck tooth, and boom, there you go, you got Billy. It's probably something I'll do in the future with one of the knockoff Charlies. Mavis. She could have been redesigned. because, well, she was still a prominent character during this time. So, the chance of her having a revamp being CGI in a flat motor unit could happen, but it's very unlikely. But who knows? Maybe they do have a flat motor unit. Maybe it's Arthur. Arthur's model seems to be perfect for flat motor redesign. I mean, let's be honest. Which company did the most with Arthur? That's right, Fisher-Price. They put him in sets and, well, kind of redesigned him as well. So why wouldn't they just like redesign this guy? I mean, they literally did the only 2 sets he had in his entirety of his run. Very likely. Maybe like there's something like Freddy, you know? But who knows? Flora. Now, Flora was never made by Fisher-Price. Only Hit Toys. But, I mean, they made Hank. Well, completely redesigned him. So why wouldn't there be a Flora? I mean, it's just literally a box on wheels, like Toby. Could happen, but it wouldn't be much of a change, let's be honest. Maybe there's some paint differences or printed on lining or something. Who knows? Mighty Mac. Again, he wasn't made by Fisher-Price, but he still does run on the flat motor unit. There's still very slim chance, but yeah, since he wasn't made by Fisher-Price or released during like the 4 years, I don't know. Who knows? Murdoch, same as Mighty Mac, wasn't made by Fisher-Price, but runs on a flat motor unit. Slim chance of him being made or knocked off, or maybe they'll do something like what they did to Hank. Ooh. A motor stored in the body of the engine instead of the tender. Ooh, wow. Who knows? Maybe they did something like that. That would be cool, but yeah, I don't think they would do it for Murdoch. But what would they do to Hank? Yeah, this is huh? Bertram. Bertram would be a cool character. Heck, they made Duke and still make them. Like factory still makes them to this very day. But Bertram, well, I mean, you could say he's a repainted Duke, but no, he's not a repainted Duke. He's a completely different model with different details and different things, you know. But can it happen? Well, yeah. I mean, since they have Duke, they might as well just, you know, just put up Bertram's like, hey, we can do this. Proteus. Proteus is just their handle repainted, or, you know, just with an added lamp. Maybe it could happen. Maybe. I mean, you're just better off just getting one of these Sir Handle knockoffs and just repainting him. If you really want a Proteus. I mean, yeah, you could just do that. Neville. Neville, in the knockoff range, will be like Dennis. The bullet wheels that was exclusive to them will be replaced into the normal spoked wheels. Now, this could happen, but his wheels would be inaccurate for those of people who love those wheels or love these models. If this ever happens, just know that the wheels are not going to be accurate at all. Harvey. I'm surprised that Harvey still hasn't been knocked off, or at least sold in knockoff range. I mean, Harvey is like one of those characters, you know, shelf sitters. It's in the stores. But who knows? I mean, they did have Emily, which is pretty sure the only tender Power Engine in the knockoff range. Who knows? Maybe they might find some Harveys lying around and start selling them. Molly. Again, like Arthur, she's pushed a lot. She was sold up to the end of the Trackmaster range, 2014, and still had an RC model of her. So hey, she could be knocked off. Only time could tell. Toby. Now, I'm not talking about the 2009 Toby. You know, the classic phrase with just, you know, painted details. No, I'm talking about the one that is the flat motor CGI Toby redesigned. Now, my theory is that the factory that makes the knockoffs still have the old Toby, you know, just lying about. Because, well, he isn't really a fan favorite with the, you know, kiddos. So, of course, they just had this Toby just lying around factories, you know, not selling well in stores. And, well, in 2012, they just, you know what, just redesigned Toby. So they did. But they still had the leftover Tobys that was never sold. And that's, these Tobys came about. They're not really a knockoff. They're more, you know, factory leftovers. Now, which could be a knockoff, or could be made in knockoff, is the redesigned Toby. I mean, flat motor and all. Why not? The 2012 Toby knockoff would be pretty cool because it's the only classic CGI Toby we have. I mean, Playroll never changed Toby. So, yeah. Very likely. Maybe until they finish, you know, they run out of these old Toby models, they'll start pumping these babies out. But who knows? Only time can tell. Oh fuck, I forgot about Stepney. How did I forget about Stepney? My boy Stepney. I love Stepney. Who doesn't love Stepney? Anyways, to think that Stepney could have a flat motor design, I mean, yeah, it could happen. I mean, hell, he was still being produced up to 2014. Maybe? But, I don't know. Maybe it could happen. Maybe it won't. But since it was released in 2014, up to that point, there could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. So who knows? Alright. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. That's it. That's all. Talking about characters has been knocked off. Surely I'm not done talking about these Trackmster knockoffs. Do want that splatter.